Hello one and all, welcome to the Math Magic Show. In this one, let's take a look at trying to factor this expression 3 to the x minus 15. When you first look at it, it does not appear to be factorable. So there are a couple clever things that we can do to rewrite it so we can factor it at least in some way. So one thing that we can begin by doing is the following. I observe that I have two terms, and I can take that 15 and I can write it as the square root of 15 squared. And the reason for that is that the 2 and the square root cancel off and get back to that original 15 that you see up top. So I'm making things look different, but that's all I'm doing. So I've rewritten one of the terms, which means I'm going to try to rewrite the other term, 3 to the x, so it also shows a quantity squared, because then I will have a difference of squares pattern. That's the key. So take a look at that. It's going to look like 3 to the 2 over 2x. Why would I do that? Because the 2 over 2 is really the number 1. So it's equivalent to just saying 3 to the x anyway. But this particular form that shows the red 2 and the black 2 in the bottom there is more useful, because at the next step, what I can do is the following. Take a look. I'm going to copy that square root of 15 squared, and then I'm going to rewrite the other term there as follows. 3 to the 1/2 x, and that red 2 goes outside. And if you look at this expression, this form of it, you see that actually it does conform to a difference of squares pattern, because I have 3 to the 1/2 x, and then I have the square root of 15, and both of those quantities are squared. So I can factor based on that as a difference of two squares. So it's going to give me the following. That's going to come down here as 3 to the 1/2 x in that position. Also going to go over there as 3 to the 1/2 x in a separate set of parentheses. And then you just have to send that square root of 15 down to here. So for example, as minus the square root of 15, and then over into that position as plus the square root of 15. So while the expression 3 to the x minus 15 at first does not appear to be factorable, in fact, it is, just the way I've shown you here. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. I hope this has shown you something interesting.